to do some truth-telling, which might explain how my songwriting has changed over the last 3 to 4 years. You know, when I write now, I'm very aware of where I am. I have a really conscious a sense of the physicality of the world I'm in. It began when I went to Ireland to repair my relationship with my brother. And that kind of came into focus because my father was dying. So there was a lot of emotional cross-currents. But when I got there, he took me around the countryside near where he lives, and we just went and looked at ruins. I had no expectations, didn't really understand what I was looking at, but gradually, as time went by, it became apparent to me that Ireland completely embraces its history. They want the people in that country to understand where they've come from and how long the story is. And I started to think about what I feel about Australia and what my consciousness of history was when I was a kid, and some of the things my father said to me about trying to explain the world. And the fact that there was a blind spot in our early childhood about Indigenous history and about white Australia's relationship with the people who had been removed from the land really shocked me. I came to the conclusion that I have a direct personal stake in the current outcome, like a direct relationship between me living here now and my ancestors arriving here in 1850. You know, the fact that people were killed to clear land it's public information, it's there. And either we talk about it or we don't talk about it, regardless of what our race is. And it needs to be discussed. You know, it's critical. I'm part of that. I'm not separate from it. You know, I look back on that now and that is staggering. That's an enormous disconnection. It's so powerful, you know. But at the same time, I don't live that experience. I'm not Indigenous. I don't have that experience. I'm more connected with their anger. I get it. You know, it's pretty appalling. You would have to live with it, accept it, and grow up with it, and it would never leave you. You know. Gradually, all of this experience brought me back to making a record. Slow Dawn, it's really about my consciousness. That's what that song is about, my shift. I couldn't have written that song, well, probably not even a year ago. About 10 years ago, it would have been out of the question. If somebody asks me what that song's about, I'm going to tell them. But it's written from a white man's perspective. I'm not trying to characterize someone who had a different experience to me. It's about where I come from, what my consciousness is, quite distinctly. The intense feeling of discomfort and shame attached to that. You know, I can't be clearer than that. But I mean, silence is not an option. Simple as that. I never imagined anyone actually asked me what this song was about, you know. And here I am talking about it. I'm not sure I've got the answer, but it's the truth. My good friend Cameron Mackenzie, accompanying me on the acoustic guitar. This is called Slow Dawn.
Broken country where the cattle sniff the ground. The north wind was blowing the day the bones were found, hidden in the ashes for any fool to see. Oh Lord, but there's a shadow over me. People started talking some kind of killing ground. I tried to keep it quiet, but things got written down. Murder and mayhem some secret memory. Oh Lord, but there's a shadow over me. Slow dawns are rising where the red dirt meets the sky. I walk the empty riverbed where the little white bones lie. And out along the frontier, any fool can see. Slow dawns are rising and it's rolling over me. Rolling over me. There are many secret places, don't go down there, Daddy said. Playing in the ashes on that empty riverbed. But I remember shadows dancing so wild and free. Oh Lord, but there's a shadow over me.